All right, welcome back. We have some knives here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Using the Demco 80-20.5 to do the unboxing. That shark's foot blade just does such a good job. And these just came in from Florida. This is a pretty cool one. A seller that has over 200 knives in his collection and decided to let some steel hit the road. Sent me a couple real cool ones. So first, a Factor. And the second, actually a really cool one because you don't see many of these. It's an early Oz Roosevelt. So early such that it actually has the hard case, which if you're familiar with Roosevelt's is no longer done. In fact, I don't know when they made the change, but I've seen them. What is my other one? So this one's number 1100 from November. That's definitely in the cardboard box. Let me take a look here. So this one right here, number 498 is in a cardboard box. So not sure where that happened along the way, but let's start here since we're talking about it and see what we got. It's actually the same box, by the way, that Brown uses for his knives, which is interesting. And there she is. So cool. Curious where, there we go. The COA. So number 330, and what's cool is if you go on Oz's Instagram, you can actually go back and find the knives and you'll see either at least the numbers, I mean, for the most part, the numbers for the one that you got, like the range, like it'll say like numbers 325 to 335 hit the street, and you'll see like a knife that looks just like this knife is so cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to look at this. But this particular one, number 330, was in the run. So you could literally go on the website and take a look, and number 330 was out there. This is a Blurple, and in the picture he took, it was like this color, and then it gets here and it's totally changes colors, which is super cool. So this one has, I guess, I don't know what that is exactly. I guess it's just sort of a, maybe it's an anno on the tie hardware, but maybe a subtle one. I don't know what I'm looking at, honestly. The Blurple is so loud, it's kind of hard to see everything else. But this is an earlier run that I bought. It does still have the removable detent ball, which is great. I do try and look for that. But let's see what it says here. So this is the Z-Finite Golf putter milling, all titanium construction. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about what they did on the anno, I guess. So anyways, let's give it a snap. It's probably the first time I've ever failed a Rosie on the first try. No problem there. So this is a very cool, actually, kind of like a semi-reflective stone-washed finish. Just get it nice and clean here. Make sure everything looks really good. But this particular collector is not really a user, more of a collector, which is cool. I think you can generally see that here. It does look like there's like maybe a little marking around here, but it's hard to say, you know, if it's just from handling. Let's take a look at the blade. The blade is perfect, feels unused. Yeah, that's a super cool one. Super, super cool one. Then let's take a look at the centering. Centering's dead center. Just gonna see how the detent is here. A little lighter on the detent. I think that's something I've heard, is that the earlier ones were a little lighter on the detent. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a little lighter on the detent and not quite as, it's still easy to roll out, isn't it? No, it's a little harder to roll out. Like it's a little the lock bar pressure seems to impact it a little more than the newer ones. Keep myself honest here. Just pull another one out. It's pretty similar, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty similar. The D10 is a little better though on this new one. Like I can get a good amount of pressure before it pops out. And that could just be from time, wear. I don't know how many times this thing was potentially flipped open, even if it wasn't carried. It does not show any signs of carry wear at all. Man, that's a cool color though. Super wild color. All right, very cool. Glad to have it. Let's go on to this factor and see what we got. So I've now gotten a couple of these factors, seen a little bit of variance. One of them, the guy had swapped out the hardware. And it's not quite right, I think. I think I need to like take it back apart and do it again or something. This guy, I'm quite confident, has not switched out his either. This thing looks immaculate, actually. Maybe just a little bit of something on the pocket clip from handling or whatever, but the show side of this thing looks immaculate. And the blade looks immaculate for the most part. Oh, ting, ting, ting. It rings. Definitely light on the detent on this one. Very light on the detent. So I'd probably say that this one more than yeah, it's very light on the detent. Yeah, I'd say more than the other one that I have. This one, the other silver one I have at least. This one could potentially use the magnet upgrade. But that ting is so fun. Not finding the thumb deployment quite as easy on this one. There we go. I think I was just handling it wrong. Good stuff. These things are just so fun. So I'd like to get all the colors. There's a black with the poppin' green on it. That'd be really cool to have. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna let the market kind of do what it's gonna do. See how things go. It's a little crazy right now on this first little launch since these came out. And then he's got like a batch 3 coming out soon that's pretty exciting with Zerkatai potentially, or Timascus, all tie, so I think that'd be on this side instead of having the carbon fiber, it'd be tie also. I think some kind of interesting versions coming out potentially, so I think that's going to be interesting to watch out for. But overall, looks great. Excited to have another one of these, and yeah, just really cool what he's been doing with magnets. Brian Winter at Winter Blade. It's the Winter Blade Factor. So good to snag one of these when you can. I feel like a lot of people kind of get it and, you know, tinker around with it and then maybe let it go, and that's understandable. It's not, as I've said in some of my other videos, like a profoundly better knife than other things that we're used to. I think it's a very good knife, and it's got some very cool innovation in it, but it's definitely not perfect. I'm finding it a little easier to get my fingernail in there and kind of use that to do the deployment on this one, versus on the other ones I have, I was able to kind of get the meat in there and toss it out. I think because the D10's a little lighter on this one, it's making that a little harder. Now I'm kind of getting it. Maybe this one just needs to get broken in a little. I think he actually says that he doesn't put lubricant on there from the factory too, but it feels really smooth. There we go. It feels good. Neat knives. Neat knives for sure. Well, cool stuff. Good to get these in, and appreciate the seller making these available. So hope you enjoyed that one, and please like, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Take care.